Tyson was a few years older than me, but we grew up together pretty much around Solana Beach. And I remember going into the art room at Earl Warren. I never took art, like never had art class, but I went in the art room and I was checking things out. I was blown away by a picture of a surfer, you know, as a young, aspiring surfer. There was this picture, and I distinctly remember like the reality of that painting or drawing or whatever it was, but it was staggering. And that print, you know, and all the art that I've seen through time that Tyson has put together has been part of my life. Like, it's no doubt about it. Has made an impression upon me.
Cool.
Thank you.
No problem, thanks.
Hey, I got a quick Tyson story. There's thousands, but I'll choose this one. We were coming back from Drew's birthday party at around 3 in the morning from the bar. And we're all wrestling with Gigi, you know, roughing housing and everything. And apparently, I was roughing housing too much because Gigi latched onto my face and held me in a death grip for 2 seconds and then let go. And I had 4 puncture wounds, and no big deal, a little blood. Gigi was sitting there kind of laughing, like, yeah, I told you so, motherfucker, you know. But anyways, I recovered, and that's my Tyson story.
Nice.
So cheers.
Cool, thanks for sharing.
Yep, sharing is...
I got a story of me and Tyson.
All right, go for it.
I have a story of me and Tyson. One time, we're both kind of blind. We party a lot, like drink, smoke, skate, out of control. But we're both fucking blind. So I have a 52-inch TV, and when you look at the preview channel, the letters are this big. We both decided to have a blind off to see who could see better. He sees black and white, I see full color. I think I have good vision, I can see you, I can see the camera, I can see everything. I couldn't see that fucking screen for the life of me that day. Me and Tyson kept taking steps backwards and backwards and backwards, checking out, you know, the letters. He ended up winning the goddamn blind off. So, this is when he decided to become a tattoo artist. He had done one tattoo in his life, and it was on himself. Me, being the fucking sucker I am, let him do his second tattoo ever on my back, which I will now show you. This is the fucked up one in the middle with all the weird colors. The 3 faces with the V111. That's what Tyson did, and his best friend did his name underneath it. So you can see his first one on somebody else. And it's a V111. It's Roman numeral 8 on fire for 8th Street J, which is me. That was from my friend Tyson. And I was his guinea pig. He was my friend. I loved him more than anything in the whole world. We fought a lot, but we loved each other more than anything. And we were like brothers. And I would have done anything for that guy. And that's why I have that tattoo on my back. I love Tyson. I love his family. And him and his videos and his legacy will live on. Thank you very much for your time.
Cool, thanks. Go.
So, a friend of mine, Will Doherty, and me, we used to surf a lot and down by Pillbox. And Tyson and Colin Wagshaw were real young kids at the time. And they hung out at Will's house a lot. And I think I know Will at the time was making surf videos for all of us. And I think maybe Tyson, that's where he got his stoke from, was from Will Doherty, who's no longer with us, who was an amazing videographer. And they were such young kids and they were hanging around Will a lot. So I think that might be where it came from. I'm not sure, but that would be my recollection. Yeah. So anyway, we were over there one day after surfing or whatever, and somehow the boxing gloves came out. I don't know if you're a young man out there and they've ever been around when the boxing gloves came out, but everyone kind of looks around like, all right, what are we going to do?
Who's the first?
Who's up? Is me? Do I got a scrap today? So sure enough, the gloves came out. I remember they came out, and I think what happened, me and Will looked like, now me and you aren't scrapping today. I go, we had Tyson and Colin Wagshaw there, and I don't know how old they were. I honestly, maybe 12, 13. So me and Will takes Tyson and I get Colin. And
You're like the corner man?
yeah, I start cornering and cut manning Colin Wagshaw. And sure enough, round one, and then Will and I just go ding. They come out there and they started scrapping, right? They're scrapping each other, man, good ones. I think at the time Tyson was putting it on him. Tyson was putting it on Wagshaw. And so end of the round, we like they go to the respective corners. I'm like, Colin's like, what am I gonna do? What am I gonna do? I'm like, he's trying to knock you out. He's trying to knock you out. So I want you to make him, faint, make him throw that big knockout punch, and then I want you to step back and then punch, 3 punches, and then move. And he's like, okay, I'll do it. But out there, he started putting it on Tyson. So we're out here in the yard, on the street, watching these kids scrap, organizing fight, cut manning, cornering, the whole thing. And I'll never forget that day because the two of them were going at it hard, but you could tell they were brothers and they loved each other. So it was for me, of all the surfing and stuff that we did, was really, 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 really cool. But that memory of them in the ring, in the front yard, and me and my buddy Will organizing it was pretty special.
Was there a clear cut winner?
You know what? I think it was kind of an even fight.
Yeah.
They took turns kicking each other's butt. Tyson started off, and then Colin got back, and then Tyson. It was kind of an even match.
After a while, the arms just drop, and we're
after
done.
a while, we were all just like, we're all closer, after that. We're like, that was cool, we got it on video,
Nice.
So it was a good time, and I'll never forget that day, ever, because it was just kind of kids coming into becoming friends. When you scrap your buddy, you have a tendency to get tighter, and it was just a classic day.
Excellent.
And my buddy Will Doherty, who's no longer with us, was a really good friend of Colin and Tyson's. Sad to think about him today too. I was thinking about all of them really.
Cool.
And Will was a really, really, really cool cat and good friends with Tyson and Colin. So
Excellent.
respect.
Thanks for sharing.
Miss you, Tyson.